Hello, Steve White, Steve White 89. Well, I have finally restarted collecting Star Wars figures. After the recent 4th of May, May the 4th be with you, I did a movie marathon, which turned out into instead of a Star Wars day, it was a Star Wars week. I watched all the movies, including the original and special editions, and then it made me realise I didn't have all the figures. So the first one I really wanted was Lando, because I never really liked the Lando I had. I went out, when the special edition came out, I went and got all the main figures, because I had a couple from when I was a kid, but that's it. So I went out and bought all the rest, and the Millennium Falcon, TIE Fighter, X-Wing, all the basics. And I never really liked some of them, because they just had these over-the-top superhero builds, and I didn't like the way his cape stuck out on a weird angle, and his hands were really big, and now he's got yellowing, and he's the only new one out of the original figures, because I had the original figures in the vintage. So then I saw this, and I'm like, oh, I have to have it. It's sort of the style of the original ones, but, you know, modern detail and articulation, but it feels like one of the original Kenner ones. And of course, they got the old school packaging. I only ever had one in the package that I gave to someone, sold to someone, because it wasn't a figure I cared about, and someone gave it to me before that. But so here we go, let's open him up. Pre-cut, of course. Actually, doesn't have any ties or any annoying stuff like that. And oh yay, his cape is really big. I thought from the pictures that it was really narrow, but it's quite wide. It's actually, because, you know, it's a big flowing cape that covers him, but they've just they've tied it back there so it sits back. So you can wear him, he can wear it like that, but you can actually open it up wide if you want to. So very happy about that. Okay, so nice face, looks like Billy D. Nice articulation, a lot of articulation. I didn't realise these figures had so much. I've never seen any of these vintage figures. I don't even know what they're called. They don't actually say anything on here, just they've got the original reproduction of the original packaging style, and don't really say, oh, vintage collection. There you go. I've heard of the vintage collection referred to, and a few other collections like the black collection. I had no idea what any of them are. But so there's a few on here, like, I wouldn't mind the Emperor, and I want the red, the Royal Guard. I don't really care about the Endor costumed ones, like Princess Leia when she was on the sled and all that. But I had to have Lando. He's one of my favourites. And yeah, so much better than that. Sorry. I was looking at the figures, not actually looking through the camera. Yeah, so much better. That looks like Billy D. And just to show you just how lacking my original collection is, this is it. I can fit it in the back of my Millennium Falcon. So yeah, not many, but yeah. See, when you put those two together, even with the extra articulation, they look like they belong together. You could stand them together and that'd be fine. So, you know, I don't mind getting some figures that I don't have, putting them with other figures I do have for a while. Eventually I'll get new ones of all of them, and I'll replace all the originals and keep the vintage ones just in a little box, so I don't have to worry about them getting damaged and deteriorating anymore, and then play with the new ones and, you know, display them. But for now, he fits in so much better with them than he ever did. So yeah, very happy with that. But yeah, but my Leia has yellowed, my Luke is yellowed, and I cut one of his hands off because his hand got cut off in the movie, so of course I cut it off too. I cut the wrong one off because I didn't want to cut off his lightsaber hand, but then, you know, something happens with a little blue lightsaber. His neck's busted. He's a mess, but he's mine. And that's about it. Yeah, I had those three, and I've got Chewie. Oh, that's right. I forgot. They're piloting at the moment, and they're wedged in there so hard. I'm just gonna. So I've got the Jedi Han Solo and the original Chewie. But yeah, that's my giant Star Wars collection. It can fit in the back of the Millennium Falcon. So I'm a little bit embarrassed so far as being a Star Wars fan. But you know what? I really enjoyed going back and watching the Star Wars films, and I really enjoyed the new films more than I thought. More than I remembered. They were better than I remembered, and I just enjoyed the fact that this whole universe has expanded, and you really can lose yourself in it for like a whole week with all the special features and documentaries and things that I hadn't watched and all that, which is something I loved about Star Trek. You could really immerse yourself in it. So that's kind of what made me want to buy more. Like my R2-D2, I bought him when I went to see the special edition. I got it from Target right next door to the cinema. Walked in and I sat him on the armrest and he watched the films with me. But now he's so yellowed, I've got to buy him again. Or maybe I could try and repaint it myself, which is what I'm going to do with some of these ones, because at least you never have to worry about them yellowing again. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I think this is the only other surviving vintage one I had. And his hand's gone too, but I think the cat chewed it off.